Hey over there, Joe Lunchbox.
Enjoy Nightingale.
And today we have landed right here in New Hope, Pennsylvania. Now, with our channel, we like to go to a lot of weird spots, odd spots. So when there's oddity shops, we want to check them out. Now, I majored in fine art in college, so if there's a chance you could combine some of my loves, it makes me happy. And in New Hope, Pennsylvania, there is a spot called the Creeper Gallery, which is like a dark, macabre, artsy meets oddity shop combination, which is cool. We're gonna get there in a few minutes. We're gonna see what, but we figured New Hope itself is a cool town. It has some like eclectic shops, riverside dining, cultural attractions, stuff like that. So we figured on our way to the Creeper Gallery, let's just take a little look around New Hope. It should be a fun day. Hopefully you like this kind of stuff. And hopefully you want to see more of this kind of stuff. If you do, you should like this video, subscribe to the channel, comment down below. All this stuff's always appreciated. We love when you do it. But it's time. You ready, Joy?
Oh, let's do this. It's so cute.
All right, step it up. Let's go for this ride. We figured a good spot to start this video would be right here next to the Delaware Canal. We are running parallel to the Delaware River, but we're near lock number 11. Looking at these reeds in here, I don't think boats have come through this lock in a while.
No.
But just imagine the ship used to come in, that gate would close, so the ship would be sitting here, water would raise the ship up, then that gate opens and it continues straight on its way. I don't know, it's cool. And it's also cute that the town has this town path going right through the town. We actually have some of the mechanics that would help close the gate. At the end of this path, we see a concrete dam. It actually replaced lock number 10 in 1964. And I'm guessing that was the end of this canal system then.
Remnants of lock number 9 and 8 are still kind of down there.
And in these small towns, you could always count on us to sniff out some weird sculptures, some different things, some unusual finds. And right here we have one of those weird sculptures. It's a sculpture named Boomer by a man named Dan Stewart. You see Boomer here, he's half dog, half dinosaur, 100% awesome. And he's sitting right next to the canal, in between lock number 11 and what was lock number 10. But now we're gonna walk right up this main road and then check out town. I love when towns, you're just walking through this town, cool little shops, but there's history here. This is part of the Delaware Canal State Park, and we have the lock tender's house. Imagine the man had to stay there, so when the boat came through and needed to be raised, someone would have to come out and do it. Here's his house. I love when we see stores with big gemstones and cool funky jewelry. Like imagine wearing that bracelet with that big chunk of amber. Even scrap metal motorcycle with working headlights. The name of the shop where all this stuff's made is Savage Designs. We figured, before we go any further, as we're standing in front of this Bucks County Playhouse, let's tell you a little bit about the town of New Hope, Pennsylvania, how it came to be, how it got its name, stuff like that. You see, when the Hope Mill burnt down, it was rebuilt here, and it was known as the New Hope Mill, and it was by Benjamin Perry, and that was built in 1790. Now, you see, later, the town adopted the name of New Hope based off the name of that mill. And that mill itself, well, you might be wondering, what happened to that mill built in 1790? It actually turned into the building we're looking at, the new Bucks County Playhouse, with its first show opening on July 1st, 1939. And past this mill, we can actually see the Delaware River. And this town of New Hope actually used to be known as Coriel's Ferry because this bridge wasn't here always. There was a ferry here, and We're along something that was Old York Road, which used to be the former main highway between New York City and Philly. And people always regarded this area as sort of almost like their halfway point, because they would leave New York, just cross that ferry over the Delaware River, and spend the night here before the next day making their way to Philadelphia. And we are only a few miles north of where George Washington crossed the Delaware River. Everyone knows that famous story, the paintings. And I think it's cool. A lot of history in this part of Pennsylvania. We were talking about Perry, who founded the mill. There's the Perry Mansion Museum, which was Perry's mansion. This is great. The Quack Shack. Vending machine, you get some food to feed the ducks by the river. $2 a bag or $5 for 3 bags. Put your money right in there and Donald gives you some food. The Quack Shack. Gotta love when the old churches become the Old Town Steakhouse. Great play on words. The Moo Hope ice cream instead of the New Hope. These power lines aren't going anywhere. See the cable coming down? It disappears in the tree and it comes out this side of the tree. And you really got to look all around, because like I like this little Michael's Kelly Irish pub, Irish coffee bar, tucked away down below. If railroads are your thing, you could take the New Hope and Ivyland Railroad. And you might be wondering, are there any historical people that lived here in New Hope? Well, yes, there is. Everyone's been obsessed on this Hamilton kick. Alexander Hamilton didn't live here, but the man who shot and killed him, Aaron Burr, did. And now it looks like Aaron Burr's house is a bed and breakfast. I think it's nuts, like how historic buildings, just a bed and breakfast on a main street in town. This barbershop is awesome, True Believers Barbershop. And they have busts of all the Universal monsters in the window. Now for the main event, the Creeper Gallery. Now, like I was saying, this is Oddity Shop meets Fine Art Gallery. There was a woman named Donna L. Marion, and she's done sculptures of the goth, the macabre for over 30 years. And like stuff like this, Edgar Allan Poe is one of her sculptures. And there she is, window by D.L. Marion. And besides also just the fine art, she also has a collection of haunted objects that she sort of feels like she's the guardian of in here. Walk in and this spot is amazing.
But she has an infatuation with that.
I'm looking at
Yeah, I don't know.
goat heads, anamorphic sculptures.
Hold on. She's gonna get mad.
This guy's name is Hedwig. I love the bird on top of the head, the fez hat on the other one. I love when you can find stuff like antique human medical skulls with first edition Edgar Allan Poe books. And some items are not for sale, like this raven. Some beautiful stuff. I mean, you have to have a raven next to Edgar Allan Poe books. I love this, like the little diorama. The Sweeney Todd barber shop. You see the throat being slit. It says Sweeney Todd right there. Meat pies. It's the perfect mix of cool antiques, macabre, but mixed with fine arts. Like I love this, the Black Dahlia.
It's got hair. And then hair here and all that.
You see the wax head, but actually has real hair on it.
That's great. They were all done by the same artist. It's a Arabian?
Yeah.
It looks like him. I was just like, holy crap.
It does.
Yeah.
So it's a porcelain doll
And that
covered
was dipped in wax. Yep, 100%. And then we got the devil punch doll.
Oh, that's incredible.
And this is amazing. That's melty,
Goofy.
Mickey, Drippy, Donald, and Gooey Goofy. It's made by an artist named Danny Wicked from Salem,
It's
Massachusetts.
incredible. Sort of almost see the skulls behind them.
We can't touch them.
Okay.
Because if you touch her toys, she gets very angry. Things will fall off the shelf. you have things that doors open, weird things happen, and we just let her have her toys and she's fine. So I'm on the phone with my friend doing a FaceTime, and I'm here, and I was right like that the room was behind me.
Yeah.
And he goes, I thought you said you weren't open. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm not open. He goes, someone's in the back.
Oh.
He saw a black figure go by from this side to there. And I go, oh, you just saw a shadow figure.
There you go.
And then we do a lot of our own, what do you call it? Candles. But smell this. I'm not going to tell you, don't look at it.
To me, it smells like it should be baby powder.
Yeah, reminds me of old face powder, like makeup set.
So it's a lily, and it's sandalwood, which is probably what you're getting, the mixture of the two.
Okay.
And mahogany, right? It's called viewing hours. Now smell it. Right? Am I wrong?
Wow, that's
But
amazing.
people don't realize back in the Victorian era, they had their funerals, their sitting, their wakes in their own home, and people did not do carnations. They did lilies. They do a pretty good job of them. And then, like, you have...
You all know I love some clowns.
And it smells like the lady's perfume. How's that smell?
I just love the mixture of art meets odd.
It's very woodsy and very musky.
We have some throughout the store. We have all these beautiful carved wood skulls. I don't know who it is, but to me it reminds me of Vlad the Impaler. But he looks a little too happy. Anatomical models.
Made of fly.
And we have all the books of Edgar Allan Poe, and right above it, we have Edgar himself with the ravens.
So the amethyst is sort of... It has the two pieces are like it's
some more
like
human
battle mode.
skulls, medical skulls,
I was like,
a medical foot. I like that this one actually comes in the original box.
So I went on.
That's beautiful. She-devil. We have a lot of horned figures here. Oh, that's cool. The skull with the veins with the part of the face above the front.
Isn't that nice?
I probably found my favorite thing in the whole store. This beautiful taxidermy mount of a bear with some horns on him.
Everybody goes, excuse me.
He actually looks so cute. And he's just sitting right next to a basket with head blocks they use when they're preparing bodies after they pass away.
So this is a rare Edgar Allan Poe, but it's possibly his signature is on the back.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
But
I love stuff like these wax dolls, these clown heads. Oh, they're so
I missed
awesome.
the fact of
Never go wrong for Shadow Box with Tarantula, but I love these little dioramas. You see this woman has babies everywhere. Another beautiful diorama of A Christmas Carol. You see Ebenezer Scrooge in his bed and all the ghosts coming in. We have more of the porcelain wax dolls, some little baby devils. I like this nun one. I wasn't expecting to see Charlie Weaver bartenders here.
sometimes it works.
I always love this. This skull is actually made of colored pencils all together, then filed. You see the colors on the top. You can actually see what was the pencils at one point. And they do have the red room, the haunted items. Enter your own risk. And like this is sort of like a museum. We have a bunch of items that spirits have connected themselves to. You can see Dr. McCalla died young from asthma and was from Lexington, Kentucky. The doll belonged to Helen Hill McCalla, grandmother of Helen of Lee. This is cool. Rebel bones from Gettysburg, found near the foundation of the Andrew Heinzelman barn on Cashtown Road in 7 Stars. It was used as a Confederate hospital for Pickett or Pender's division. I always feel bad for all these haunted dolls. Imagine you die young, a tragic death, your spirit gets attached to a doll, and then you get put in a box. And you're like, hey, just take me out, show me the world. I didn't get a chance before. It's cool. If you have an experience in the room, you could write below what experience you had. Because they were saying people sometimes see stuff, full apparitions, things shift, hear a noise, maybe a cough. In this case, we have stuff about Hannah and her boys. Claims of that Hannah and her 2 children, Dim and Yer, are still very active around these pieces. Voices and knockings are heard. Cherokee Indian knives, created by Jim Keene of Clinton, Oklahoma, fashioned after the old Cherokee knives. Jim was born in 1938 and passed in 2017. His wife Carol passed 3 weeks later. Both were cremated and their remains scattered in water. Both are said to be connected to these 2 items. Oh, that's interesting. An actual cursed Ouija board. And the cursed items, a lot of them are more, some are for sale, but a lot of them more, she's just guarding them, taking care of them. I wasn't expecting that. Haunted vintage shrunken head, gaff from a Salem witch's estate. So here we have a fake shrunken head that's supposedly haunted. Shrunken head immediately started sweating upon viewing pictures and seeing it in person. It's funny, when I was looking at it, my forehead started to get clammy. Not before I read that. I just thought it was drafts in this room. The herbs with Morgan shaving set, said to have been owned by Morgan Seth Earp. Ooh, when he was sheriff in Tombstone, Arizona. So we have one of Wyatt Earp's brothers, Morgan Seth Earp's, his shaving kit. Beautiful candle holder, baby with one eye, the all-seeing eye. I like the little head on top of the hat. I love this. Dolly Dead.
On the top, like you can see
Look,
it from here.
they have their own YouTube channel.
Yeah, we saw the good.
If you want, you can scan that. Let's get right to it.
Are you guys?
I love this. It looks like it was a Charlie Weaver bartender or something. You see the mechanics in it, now created to this art.
Not when you're.
I don't know. I always want a Viking funeral.
They don't ruin it.
We're leaving with one of these funeral home thermometers and also a photo of Tom
One
Thumb.
of those guys.
So that was incredible. Anytime we get to go to a funky little shop, stuff with macabre, stuff me and Joy are really into. We like the odd, we like the bizarre. You probably do too if you're watching our page. It's what we're about. And so, Creeper Gallery was awesome.
It was so cool.
And it's funny, I might be about it, but I am skeptic to haunted things, I'll be honest, I am skeptic. But it is funny that I did start feeling like damp on my brow and hot, and then I read, oh, people feel sweaty when they see this item. After I read, I went, well, that's a weird coincidence if I don't believe in any of this stuff. So it's pretty cool. I liked it. I like the museum aspect in the back of the haunted items. I like the beautiful art. I wish I had a lot more money because I want to take a lot of that home with us.
God.
But we did leave with something which makes me happy. I like to support these independent small businesses. This is cool. I think we've called it, Joy.
I think so.
Creeper Gallery. Been there, done that. Remember, folks, safe travels
Goodies.
and live life. I know you wanted to come home with us, but you can't. You have no legs.